to prevent you from voting. There are so many tricks being played in Georgia, the state of Georgia, Texas, and Florida, and you wonder why are they trying so hard to keep our people from voting, to keep you from voting. That should ring a bell. If none of the other reasons for you to vote ring a bell, that should. Yesterday was a good day. I was at a meet and greet, and we had candidates there, and the attendees had an opportunity to ask their own questions, and it went very, very well. Even Sugar Ring Donuts brought refreshments. That was good too. So I want you to know that this has been a productive weekend. Candidates were here, and as I tuned into a few news programs, we were hearing that our former President Barack Obama was flying in and out in different cities, and even Detroit was one of those cities, and he was encouraging people to participate in the voting process. And the young lady, Stacy, who's campaigning for governor in the state of Georgia, was driving down the freeway. Her phone rang. She answered her phone, and it was Oprah Winfrey. And she was, of course, stunned and shocked and surprised. And she says, well, let me pull over. So she got over to a safe place and stopped. And Oprah Winfrey told her that she was coming to help. And so the young lady running for governor said, oh, that'll be wonderful. So Oprah Winfrey on her own prepared to go to Georgia to help the election process in Georgia. But again, I say, if your vote was not valuable, there would not be so many efforts to keep you from voting. You don't want anybody to keep you from voting, do you? You know, we have many candidates who are campaigning throughout the community and going door to door, and just really they're beginning to enjoy how the residents greet them and have questions, and to feel welcome within the community is a good thing. You know, Thabiti, I have met the candidates who were out for the Charter Commission. And I start with that because it is the constitution for the city. And as we've talked about from time to time, how the labels of each district, city, county, state, and federal are different but the same. The charter of the city and the charter of the county are the same as the Constitution of the state and the Constitution of the United States. Those documents have the rules by which those various entities are governed. And the fact that there was a vote, a challenged vote, by the way, that says that the charter for the city of Detroit is to be opened, we now find ourselves selecting candidates to be a part of the Charter Commission. They serve for 3 years, and at the end of the 3 years, we get an opportunity to say whether we agree with any of the changes that they have introduced into this charter or not. If there's something in there that you really think would be detrimental to us, then you would vote no. Don't accept the product that they are presenting. If they do a good job and the changes are beneficial to the community, then you can vote to agree for those changes to be placed in the new charter. It comes a point every 16 years where we review our charter. But of course, this is a little different situation because about 6 years ago, we had a council member who introduced the idea of opening the charter early. And folks wonder why, and he did that, but anyway, it happened. And there were some things put in the charter that others want changed now. It seems that there's a desire to eliminate the commission that oversees the police department. We need civilian oversight of that department to continue. We need it to continue. And we need civilian oversight of other departments as well. Kavita, did you have anything in that packet that speaks to the Charter Commission itself or candidates?
Well, there is a people's slate that is promoting a group of people who will be their picks for the Detroit Charter Commission, and they do have an agenda, which one of the things is to extend residency requirements for candidates seeking office in Detroit from 1 to 4 years, which I think is a good idea because we have a lot of opportunists that come in and say, yeah, as long as I'm here long enough, not even getting a feel for the city. So I believe that's an excellent idea. Also, strengthen the police and community relationships by electing 9 police commissioners. Another thought that they have is city council vacancies during a non-election year will be filled by most recent election results and not appointments, which I think may also be good in that the people spoke and whoever came in second, as opposed to another body picking somebody who may be a personal friend or campaign contributor. So
Right.
we need to be aware of that.
Right, in that. Okay, so we have 9 council members, and there would be a 10th person is the next highest. So if a vacancy occurs, my understanding is they will take the person who came in number 10 in the last council election. And as it relates to that police commission civil group that is the oversight for the police department, they also have 4 people who are appointed by the mayor. And I agree with you that it should be all elected police commissioners. So that was just a comment I had on those 2 recent platform statements. Anything else they have?
Their last position is empower residents through restoration of citizen district councils.
The citizen district councils were approved in 1978 by the state legislature. And when Dennis Archer came in as mayor, he defunded them and made it difficult for them to continue their work. He couldn't abolish them because it wasn't established by the mayor and the council. It was established by the state legislatures in 1978. So by defunding them, in other words, depriving them of operating monies, it made it more difficult for them to operate. And little by little, most of them stopped operating. There is one currently working way over on the east side.